Moth crawlers, I need 4. I have 3. Satana will actually trade for these at 1 star, so feel free. Also, you're going to want to hoard moth crawlers, just for the record. We haven't gone over why yet, but I can pretty soon. Pretty soon, I could say. But I'm not going to do it yet. You know what? I might as well say it now. You can give these collectibles as gifts to your fellow party members and raise affinity that way. And this one is actually a very, very good gift to a party member that we don't have just yet. But we'll go over that more later, more in detail later. The Queen Locust, I only need 1. I have 4. Apparently I spelled it wrong. Either way, northwest of the southern part of Ragwell Bridge is your best spot for that. You'll want to check the wiki once again. Very specific spots around Ragwell Bridge, but northwest of the southern part of Ragwell Bridge. That's your best spot for that. Fire tarantulas, I only need 1. I got 2. West of a place we have not been yet. I'll just say it. It's called Zach's Guidepost. It's a landmark that we'll find on the upper leg. That is, if you go west of there, there's a good chance of you getting fire tarantulas. The other spot is Tranquil Grotto, but only at night, and that is important that you go there at night sometimes. For completing that row, we get Grand Gauntlets. Next up, we have Nature. We have just 1 of each across the board, so that's nice. Mad Ice, I have 4. If you have trouble with that one, Mad Ice can be found on pretty much anywhere where there's water. Here on Bionis' leg, Ragwell Lake's good for that. Blue Sky Bark, southwestern part of Gower Plain. If you're having trouble, once again, check the wiki. There's very specific spots where it can spawn, but you only need 1, so shouldn't be too difficult. But if you're struggling, that's the best spot. The Pione Stone, this can be found. The best location is the Tranquil Grotto at night, but once again, you only need 1. Bind Resist 2 for completing the line. All right. Rusty Bolts, once again, you only need 1. I have 6. Best found at Daksha Shrine. Best found there. I should say that all of the collectibles, don't just give them out randomly. There are gifts that you can give to people that will lower your affinity. So, you know, be careful, I would say. Check a guide. It's your best bet. When it comes to this. But the Winding Gear, once again, you only need 1. The Windy Cave is actually your best bet for this. Very specific spots. Once again, check the wiki if you are having trouble, but you're going to want to hoard these. These are also quite nice. This is actually a really good gift for Shulk. So if you want to raise somebody's affinity with Shulk in particular, have that person give them a Winding Gear. That'll be your best bet. But once again, you only need 1. And we have completed the category once more. Strength up 2. Very nice there. All right, last line here. We have Gold Dust Illusion. We only need 1 of those. We have 2. West of the southern part of Ragwell Bridge is your best bet. Devious Gravity. Once again, we only need 1. If you're having trouble finding it, the southern part of the Gower Plain on top of the arches. I told you guys that's the best spot for a collectible to spawn. For whatever reason, when I went, they didn't spawn, but that's the best spot for Devious Gravity. If you're having trouble, though, check the wiki. They have very specific spots there, even though I gave a specific spot, but that's just 1 spot that they can beat. Next up, we have the White Songbird. Once again, I only need 1. Northwest of Villiera Hill is your best bet if you're struggling with this. Once again, check the wiki. Very specific spots where it can spawn. There's very specific spots on Bionis' leg that collectibles will spawn. And once they do spawn there, there's a random chance what it's going to be when you pick it up. Then there's the Death Bangle. Once again, I only need 1. The same spots as the White Songbird. So if you're having trouble here, northwest of Villiera Hill is what I would say is your best spot, but check the wiki if you're really struggling for that. All right, category is complete. And we get pelt bottoms for completing the category. And the area has been completed as well. And for that, we get a white cluster weapon. That sounds quite nice. Actually, let's take a look at that one. Because some of the Collectopaedia stuff has given me some of the best weapons in the game. So let's see what a white cluster is. Is it going to be... No. Is it for Charla? There we go. No, not as good as I would like. Art's Stealth, though, is quite a nice gem. I will say that. Oh, I guess all the clusters are for her. Art's Stealth, the way that it works is that 10% of the damage that you do with an art does not count toward your aggro. So it can be very nice, especially for Charla, but ultimately it's way too down on everything else except for physical defense and block rate. But other than that, it's not something that I'm interested in. I had high hopes for that. All right, so there was one collectible that I was short on that I'm going to warp out of here in order to get, and that is back at the Mechon Wreckage site. We need to trade for that with Werner, if you remember that. He is here. Should be around here somewhere. He's kind of hidden a lot. Kind of ducking down. Oh, he's right next to the heart-to-heart. I told you this guy's hard to find. All right, Werner, I want to trade with you. And we are looking for kneecap rocks. And I might as well get all of them because I want 4 of them. I might as well deal with that now. And then here comes the hard part. What do I trade for? White songbirds. Let me just double check before I actually do it. I only needed the one. I only needed the one. It's not particularly good as a gift for anybody. So we're going to go ahead and trade that. Hello. And we're going to do that a couple times. You have to be very careful about what you trade. Very careful. You never know when something's going to be useful. That's why I have so many notes. All right, the white songbird. Once again, that is fine for me to trade. See you next time, yeah? Indeed. So you want to trade, do you? I do. I didn't go over the descriptions for all the things, did I? We should go over those. Devious Gravity. Devious Gravity, I believe, was only one. Yes, it was only one. So we'll trade for a couple more of those because I used everything that I needed to. Some of these descriptions in the Collectopaedia, I am told they are not necessarily true to the Japanese one, unfortunately. That some of them are a little bit better in the Japanese translation, or the Japanese version of it. All right, so let us go through the items again. We'll also go through the descriptions. I'll try to go a little quickly. I know this isn't everybody's favorite, but we have clear almond. Its spiciness gives a nice little kick. It has a clear blue color like water. Bright figs, top class juicy fig that glows yellow, can even be seen in the dark. Dark grape, a mature black grape with a concentrated sweetness. Insanity mint emits a savage smell powerful enough to knock you out. Night tulips, a tulip that reflects a beautiful black light. Shin newt, this black newt loves to be by clean water. A cave rat, lives by water yet cannot swim, has eerily slimy skin and red eyes. This is a rat we're talking about. Shin gecko, its suckered feet allow it to go anywhere, has a lovely blue body. Happy rabbit, a rabbit with cute yellow eyes. They say touching it brings happiness. That's why I stuck it in a book. Brown butterfly blends into the sky while in flight, also known as heaven's teardrop. Gold caterpillar, insect larva, sparkles in shiny gold for only a few hours after hatching. Rumble stonefly, it moves gracefully and sings sweetly, very beautiful. Has put down one of our kneecap rocks. Category is complete for nature, attack +2, and area is complete, and we have received warrior cuisses. Probably not that great. We put off Tephra Cave's Collectopaedia page for some time. We probably have stuff better by now. Kneecap rock, a rough rock that yields a golden building material when polished. Confusion ivy, wraps itself around anything, hiding signs and leading travelers astray. Clarity moss, acts as a landmark for lost travelers, soft and damp. Leaf Mystery. Fiora delightedly named this, a fresh leaf that quietly glows. Thanks for reminding me about Fiora. Steel Silk. Dunban called it this a long time ago. It's soft like silk when wet. So apparently we don't know what these things are. To be honest, we don't. All right, then we have Bionis' leg. We have Hot Taro, gives off steam even when raw. No need to cook this, chef's friend. Juicy Broccoli, take a bite to release its green juice, a sweet and popular vegetable. If broccoli's sweet, I apparently have the wrong kind of taste buds. Spicy cabbage, packed with nutrients, but a complex veg that's tricky to prepare properly. This is one of the things that people that had played the Japanese version were complaining was translated incorrectly, but I honestly don't have the Japanese translation, so this is all I got. Hard Lotus, green and surprisingly spicy. Eat it and you'll soon feel the burn. That's for Hard Lotus, apparently. Sour Gooseberry, a bitter fruit from which prairie trees sprout. Grating it yields a green dye. A Red Durian, strong fruit that makes you sweat, used as a cold remedy for kids. Walnut Grape, a grape in a hard shell, too bitter to eat even if you manage to crack it. Okay. Humming Plum, a plum that makes you burst into song when you eat it. Can't say I've ever had the pleasure of a plum that good. A White Ladybird, a ladybird with white spots all over. Males are known by another name. Hill Firefly lives on cliffs. Its numbers appear to correlate with shooting star rates. Interesting. We have not seen shooting stars. We won't be seeing shooting stars for a long time. Moth Crawler, weird little wriggler. It's harmless, so it's fun to roll it between your fingers. Queen Locust, deep red like the setting sun. It's a popular gift for ladies. Is it? Queen Locust. No, do not give it to a lady. They lie. Fire Tarantula, an adorable tarantula whose many hairs are deadly poisonous. Matte Ice, ice known as golden soil. It forms underground and is gold in color. Blue sky bark. Tree bark like the sky above the Bionis' lake. Lush and refreshing. Pione stone, fragile looking purple stone. Water seeps out when you break it. Interesting. A rusty bolt, a bolt that's been rusted away by the elements. Probably useless now. Sure, probably useless. Shulk likes that though. Winding gear, a curved white cog. Why was it made like that? Nobody knows. Why are we finding this out in like Gower Plain? Whatever. Well, technically like Windy Cave and Daksha Shrine, but you know what I mean. Why are we finding this out in the Bionis' leg? We have Gold Dust Illusion, a starry-eyed Shulk named this, a sand that shines a beautiful gold. Funny how a lot of our party members and former party members have named a whole bunch of stuff in the game. It's kind of weird. Devious Gravity. Ryan came up with this at random. Gives a wild, savage impression, and I have no idea what it is. Not a clue. Maybe the Japanese version explained it better, but like, what is this? I have no idea. You have a White Songbird, a poetic name given by Shulk, makes a fresh sound in the breeze. And Death Bangle. Ryan came up with this one on the spot. It's made from viciously sharp fangs. And that is it for the Collectopaedia. We have completed even more. Let's go ahead and check the affinity chart because I believe we are ready to see more. Ooh, we already have 3 stars in Colony 9. That is nice to see. I believe we are ready. Are you kidding me? Still? Still. All right, time to go over gifts a little bit more. Let's warp out of here first. How are they not up to green yet? All right, let's head back to Refugee Camp because there is a heart-to-heart that I want to deal with before we move on. Damn it, we're dealing with it. We are dealing with it. So what I'm going to need to do, Charlotte's already out in front, so we're going to have to find a gift that's best given to Ryan, and I do have notes for that. So let's look in our inventory here. Let's see something that I have a few of that's best given to Ryan, because that's what my notes have, are who to give it to when I have too many. Giant hornet. Let's see if I can find me a giant hornet somewhere around here. I have so many things. Do I have a lot of them? Do I have any more? Giant hornet. Giant hornet. I got 6 of them. All right, let's go ahead and select this and give it as a present from Charla to Rhine. And we'll do that as many times as I need to. We'll start with 3. See how well that works. As you can see, it's only 2 hearts. It's not fantastic, but he likes it more than anybody else. Is that good enough? Nope. Nope. Oh. This is the part that it kind of gets to me from time to time when I'm trying to get good things to work out and it's not always working out. So those are the giant hornets. Let's give all of them then. Let's give all of them. He does like it more than anybody else. I was hoping to avoid doing it with Charla, since there are other characters that... that's not what I wanted to do. Affinity. There are other characters that have a harder time gaining affinity with Ryan here. There we go. All right, time for me to drop a save, and we will head in and take on the heart-to-heart. All saved, let's head into the heart-to-heart. What's on Ryan's mind? Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju kid, it made me smile. It did? I thought you were gonna shout at me or something. No, actually, when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gadolt. That's why it made me smile. Ah, so it's about Gadolt. Hey, between me and Gadolt, who would win in a fight? So we're gonna start with the worst here. We'll eventually start with the best and work our way down, but today we're gonna start with the worst, work our way up again. Gadolt, of course. Oh, great. That's really nice of you, Charla. He's the best shot on Bionis. He'd snipe you before you had time to tie your shoelace. Come on, Charla. In a straight-up fight, no one can beat me. True. A punch from you would send anyone to the A&E for a week. I honestly don't know what the A&E is. Anyway, who's going to start a fight with the mighty Rhine? There is someone, kinda. Someone I've never won a fight against. I know. Or, you don't mean Shulk. We're gonna start with, you don't mean Shulk. Not Shulk. Shulk would never take me on. You're probably right. He's too puny to beat you. There was this one time, though. We got into a scuffle. He ain't got my size or build, but his jab is quick and powerful. I see. Sounds like a good tactic for Shulk. He's got a bob and weave. A clever fighter always uses his head to defeat an opponent. Hey, I can use my head in a fight, just not always my brain. You might not be the quickest thinker, but you act decisively. Right? I'm no sharpshooter like Gadolt, but I've got my own style. You can look to me when you're in a jam, Charla. I'll be there. I know you will. I won't forget. And there is the achievement for getting the worst one again. But we're not going to let that one stand. Now it's time to take on one of the neutral ones. Let's see what else is on Ryan's mind, because every time we see it, it changes slightly. Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju kid, it made me smile. It did? I thought you were going to shout at me or something. No, actually, when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gadolt. That's why it made me smile. So it's about Gadolt. Hey, between me and Gadolt, who would win in a fight? Like, Ryan's already screwing this up. It's not just me. Alright, let's say it's Gadolt again. Oh, great. That's really nice of you, Charla. He's the best shot on Bionis. He'd snipe you before you had time to tie your shoelace. Come on, Charla. In a straight-up fight, no one can beat me. True. A punch from you would send anyone to the A&E for a week. I feel like I should know what an A&E is, but all I can think of is a television channel that I don't think exists anymore. Anyway, who's going to start a fight with the mighty Rhine? There is someone, kinda. Someone I've never won a fight against. Let's say we know. I know. A girl beat you up. Alright, I admit it, it's Fiora. I don't stand a chance against her. It's been years of humiliation. I'd start winning and she'd cry and run off to Dunban. I can guess how that turned out. I used to give Gadolt what for too, actually. He always gave in. Are all guys that soft on girls? All you need to know is this. Girls always win, Rhine. Always. But it's easier when the guy's as kind as you or Gadolt. Me? Kind? I mean, thanks. That's, the first time anyone's called me that. You sure? Rhine, I'm complimenting you here. Shut up and be grateful. Got it. This feels like a fight with Fiora. Let's quit while we're ahead. I'll take that as a good sign, Rhine. You better, because we'll probably have a few more like this. Not if I can help it. Well, actually, not that will ultimately count. Like this one didn't. Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju Kid, it made me smile. It did? I thought you were going to shout at me or something. No, actually when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gadolt. That's why it made me smile. Ah, so it's about Gadolt. Hey, between me and Gadolt, who would win in a fight? That's all that's important. Let's actually be nice. You, by a whisker. I knew it. Me all the way, baby. Yeah, that thick head of yours could withstand anything. Thick head? Oi! What? Did I say something wrong? I was joking, Rhine. Don't be so serious all the time. But you said it's only 'cause of my thick head. That's one reason. I didn't say it was the only reason. Then what else have I got? We're supposed to say you have dignified qualities. It's better than, give me a second. I think this one's pretty obvious, but we're going to start with, hold on. Let me think. What's good about Rhine here? I know this one. Let me think. There's that. But no, hang on. Okay, very funny. I get it. Sorry, Rhine. Why is it you can never think of these things when you need to? Charla, are you so old you're losing your memory? Seriously? Huh? What was that? You say something? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. I'll tell you what. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know. But I want to know now! Don't be such a baby, Rhine. Well, that did not work out like I expected. She was teasing him, and he kind of insulted her, and she didn't even really pay attention enough to catch that. Alright, let's do the best one possible. Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju Kid, it made me smile. It did? I thought you were gonna shout at me or something. No. Actually, when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gadolt. That's why it made me smile. Ah, so it's about Gadolt. Hey, between me and Gadolt, who would win in a fight? You, by a whisker. I knew it. Me all the way, baby. Yeah, that thick head of yours could withstand anything. Thick head? Oi! What, did I say something wrong? I was joking, Rhine. Don't be so serious all the time. But you said it's only 'cause of my thick head. That's one reason. I didn't say that was the only reason. Then what else have I got? You have dignified qualities. Dignified qualities? What do you mean by that? Come on, Charlotte, tell it to me straight. How can I put this? You're like a father figure. A father figure? Yeah, and I thought maybe you'd be Juju's father one day. Hang on, if I'm Juju's dad, that'd make Sharla my daughter. That ain't right at all. Wait, you didn't believe me, did you? Gotcha. What? No, of course not. Nice one. You make me laugh, Ryan. You're so red in the face, I could swear you and Gadolt are related. Really? I guess that almost sounds like a compliment. I like chatting with you, Ryan, and I'm glad I met you as well. Sure, me too, Sharla. And that is the heart-to-heart completed the best way possible. It's nice to see them getting along and kind of half-flirting. Let's go with that. As Matriona and Olga and Ewan just kind of run around and Kiroki comes back in. That is going to do it for these parts of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. And that is going to do it for this set of optional side questing. This has been one of the longest ones so far, but I hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. I've been Baller Scuba. I've been joined, as always, by my slightly intimidating crew of Ryan, Sharla, and Shulk. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.